Good morning. Welcome to our community meditation. And I'd like to say good morning to everyone joining us online as well. Thank you all for being here as we connect in consciousness. My name is Clay T. White, and I am your practitioner for today. Please take a moment to silence all cell phones so that we can have an uninterrupted experience. This meditation is a blend of spoken word, silences, and music. It will last approximately 15 minutes. So just go within. Take a breath, a deep breath, and let it go. And then just relax. This morning, my prayer partner and I talked about compassion, elegance, beauty, and wonder. So let's just go within and think about those qualities. Let's think about compassion. Connecting with others. We are all God, so we're connecting with God. Cultivating compassion, beauty, wonder increases our capacity to care for ourselves and others. We often say that we stand on holy ground, and that we stand on holy ground when we are spiritually conscious of it. how do we attain that spiritual consciousness? It is attained through the activity of truth, by abiding in the Word. We must be able to receive truth from within. Spirit is within us. To be receptive and responsive as this truth wells up within us. That feeling, that glorious feeling that wells up within us. Be receptive to it and responsive to it. This power and this truth allows us to cultivate more love, more beauty, more abundance, more compassion in our lives, increasing our capacity to care for ourselves and for others. Open your heart. Allow the flow of compassion, of love, of beauty, of grace to just become who you are. it as our service that allows us to expand the circle of our love, of our compassion, of our abundance, joy. We can expand that circle just by going within. As we abide in the Word and allow the Word to abide in us, the Spirit of God becomes more real, more present. This allows us to practice the presence. So abide in the Word, abide in the truth, and love, and compassion, and abundance, and joy. And so it is.
May I see with the eyes of love. May I hear with the ears of love. May I speak with the words of love. May love be in my heart. May I see with the eyes of love. May I hear with the ears of love. May I speak with the words of love. May love be in my heart. May I see. May There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, there can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God. Oh, there is a wisdom, a knowing, a loving, and a truth. Whatever you need to know will come in God's way for you. Just say, until it's shown, I'll pray. I won't move until I know that I walk in the love of God. For the power, glory, the love of God is everywhere. I can feel it, it's everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, power, glory, the love of God is everywhere. Don't you see it? It's everywhere. Don't you feel it? It's everywhere. Don't you say in your heart? Yes, I walk. I walk in the love of God. There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. I know. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God. For the power and the glory and the love of God. I can feel it, it's, I can see it, it's, and I know in my heart the power, the glory, and the love of God is everywhere. Don't move, everywhere. Till you see it, it's everywhere. Be still, everywhere. Till you see it, it's everywhere. Praise God, everywhere. Till you see it, it's everywhere. Till you know in your heart. Yes, I walk in the love of God. There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God. I walk in the
Something's calling me.
It was like something was calling me and pulling me into a different direction. And then I found Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas. My relationship with the center has shown me a deeper realization of God and how this indwelling presence guides, sustains, and directs me in every capacity and every experience in my life. As I continue to study the teachings of these great mystics and sages, I will find more love, peace, and a general sense of universal good and harmony in my life.
Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before.
Is something calling you?
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our first Sunday in September. Can you feel the fall in the air? Maybe it's just anticipation, but I'm excited about it. We've had a few days under 100 degrees. We are happy here in Las Vegas. Such a wonderful to see you all here with us today. I want to say hi to those of you that may be new and joining us for the first time. If you look in the back of the seats in front of you, we have a connection card there. If you'd like to fill that out and give us a little information about yourself, we'll add you to our email list, and we will not inundate you with email, I promise you. But you can keep abreast of everything that's happening here at our center through our e-blast. And we're so grateful to have you here. I'd love to hear how you found us when service is over. I'll be in the back of the sanctuary. So I also want to say hi to those people that join us on YouTube. Would you turn and wave at that little window back there? And welcome all of our people joining us on YouTube. We had some very, very exciting news on Friday. Joe, our master of all things technology, texted us and said we hit our first $100 check from YouTube. That's a biggie. 15 years in the making. 15 years in the making. It's such a milestone. It gives me chills just thinking about it. You know, really, I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but that took an awful lot to get us to that. We have almost 3,000 videos on our YouTube channel, and we have over 1,000 subscribers. And it took all of those things, lots of content, lots of subscribers, to get us to where we could monetize our YouTube channel a little bit. And it's just going to continue to expand and grow as we create more and more content for our wonderful viewing audience. And for those of you that attend here in person, it's a great way to get a little midweek pick-me-up. Go on there and check out a meditation, one of our spiritual soundscapes from our wonderful music ministry. You'll see David on there all over this valley doing all kinds of wonderful videos. It's just amazing to be able to turn that on and just listen to it as you're going about your day. And so check out our YouTube channel. If you're not sure where that is, you can find it on our website. There's a little link there. It's CSLGLV Media, but I know that's hard to remember. But if you go and click on our website, you'll find it right there with the link to all of our wonderful content that we have. Well, speaking of David, we have David here with us for most of this week. Come on up, David, for most of this month.
Morning.
Our wonderful music director, Justin Vogel, is taking his first extended leave in over 15 years. He's on sabbatical for the month of September, and David has stepped in to help us with our music. And so we are so blessed between what Joe and Justin put together for tracks and what David is here to provide us live. We are so blessed by our musical talent. So we're going to kick it off. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to kick it off with some music, and I forgot to write down the song. What are we singing?
Every move I make.
Every Move I Make. So the words are going to be on the screens around you. Stand up and join us.
Good morning. We're going to miss our beloved Justin, but I promised I would hold it down until his return. So here we go. Words will be on the screen for you. Let's get that vibration going. Come on now. Woo. Come on. Na 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 na. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, spirit. Every breath I breathe, I take in you. Every step I take in you. You walk my way, spirit. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Singing na 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 na. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, spirit. Every breath I breathe, I take in you. Every step I take in you. You walk my way, spirit. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Waves of love and waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see God's face. God's love has transformed me. I know that this love is all of me. Na 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 Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, spirit. Every breath I breathe, I take in you. Every step I take in you. You walk my way, spirit. Every breath I breathe, I take in you. Waves of love and waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see God's face. God's love has transformed me. I know that this love is all of me. Na 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 na. Meet and greet with a neighbor, say hello, and enjoy your Sunday service.
Yes, 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 I say yes. Yes, yes, yes,
That's the best thing about being in a community like this is we get to come together every Sunday and greet each other. It's exciting. It really is. It's like I can't wait to see everybody. Yeah. And you get presents. Well, I better get in line for those. Just kidding. You don't have to give me presents. So we're going to shift our energy just a little bit and go into our invocation brought to us today by our practitioner of the day, Clay T. White. And preceded by that is our affirmation. And then David's going to follow her up with some music. So, Clay T.
So we're going to read together the affirmation of the day. You see it on the screens around. So let's go. I prioritize my rest, peace of mind, and healing every day this week. Thank you, Debbie. All right.
God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary as you. Join me. God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary as you.
So let us go within as a sanctuary of the Almighty. That almighty power is everywhere present, all powerful, all knowing, everywhere present. That is the amazing spirit that is within us. We are one with this presence. We allow it to flow through us. We build our lives upon it. It is our guidance system. God walks with us, always there. All we have to do is become consciously aware of it. And then we stand on holy ground. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so grateful to be the personification of the Almighty. We are God personified. We release these truths into the law with gratitude and love. And so it is.
God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary as you, a sanctuary as you. Let me be a candle, let me be a radiant star, let me be a beacon, shining who you are. Let me be the miracle I've been dreaming of. Let me be a lantern of your love. Shine through me, shine through me. Let the light within me help this troubled world to see. Shine through me, shine through me. Use this willing vessel, Holy Spirit, shine through me. If a friend grows weary, I'll come and take their part. If a child is hungry, I'll give out of my heart. In the darkest hour, I will lend a light from above. I will be a lantern of your love. Shine through me, shine through me. Let the light within me help this troubled world to see. Shine through me, shine through me. Use this willing vessel, Holy Spirit, shine through me. Shine through me, shine through me. Holy Spirit, shine through me. Thank you so much.
We are blessed. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're in a new month, a new part of our theme, our yearly theme of the Mystic's Journey. This month of September, we're looking at compassion, compassion in action, how we care for ourselves and for others. And so my talk today is about compassionate living, how we can actually get to that place where that is the guiding force in our life. That is what we live from and how we live as we move through the day. So I love, the scholar in me loves the etymology of words. So the word compassion is from the Latin. It means from the word compati in Latin. And it means, the C-O-M means to be with. And then the pati is a word for suffering or for enduring or for bearing something. It's about being with someone or something in its suffering as it's going through its trials and tribulations. Often when we hear the word compassion, we think of extending kindness from ourselves outward, helping someone in need, showing some mercy. As I was talking about today, about giving a little extra grace when we need to, about giving people the benefit of the doubt, showing how we can actually not be as hard on people as we often are. It's helping somebody in need. It's giving generously. It's all those different things that we can do from ourselves to help a world become a better world. As David's song sang, shine through me, let this light within me help a troubled world to see. It's about being that place of compassion. However, true compassion, absolute true compassion, has to start with ourselves. We have to begin. If we can't give compassion to ourselves, there is no way we're ever going to be able to authentically and genuinely give it outward without ourselves becoming completely depleted by it. The Dalai Lama, I love he has a wonderful book that he wrote. Well, he didn't write it. He and the Archbishop Desmond Tutu spent a week together at the Dalai Lama's compound with an author, and the author wrote this book, and the book is called The Book of Joy. And these two guys, they were cracking each other up. It was so funny. I listened to it on Audible. It was amazing, The Book of Joy. If you want some light reading and something that's going to make you happy, get The Book of Joy. I can't remember who the author is, but it's Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama are listed in the title. Anyway, he says this. He says, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. So compassion is not an occasional act. It's not something that we do once, one and done kind of thing. It's not even like we can do it once a month. It's something that actually begins to become a part of our life. It's a way of living, to live in a way that we are compassionate to ourselves first, and then we can extend that compassion to the rest of the world. Now, it takes an enormous amount of courage to extend compassion to ourselves. It takes an amazing amount of courage. We think, when I talk about compassion, oftentimes, there's a terrible phrase out right now in our political world, something about a snowflake. And I'm not really sure exactly what it all entails, but I do know it's derogatory. And when I talk about compassion, I have been called a snowflake. And I'm thinking, well, now wait a second. First off, snowflakes are beautiful in my estimation. They kind of look like mandalas, which really gets me going, But anyway, so it's not about a softy kind of thing. It's not about just being kind and gentle and squishy with ourselves. It takes a lot of courage to look at what we do, what we think, how we've behaved in the world, and be gentle with ourselves. To not judge ourselves so harshly that we turn this into a hardened place within ourselves. The song that David just sang was by Michael Gott, who's one of my favorite songwriters. He also has a song, and I can never remember the title of it. I keep thinking I'm going to look it up, and I forget. But there's a phrase in there that says, I would never say to anyone the things I say in my own mind. Now, we are harder on ourselves than we can possibly be on anybody else around us. Even the people we really don't like. We are harder on ourselves than we could ever be to anyone outwardly. So having the courage to look at ourselves truthfully, to really be honest with ourselves, and then be forgiving, that's a big ask for us. And it becomes a very difficult thing to do that. This idea, though, that we have to be compassionate to ourselves is actually what gives us life, about how we can actually behave around others. If we can't be kind and gentle with ourselves, then most of our outward gentleness and kindness is kind of false, and it feels insincere inside of us when we do it. I love this phrase here, the wellspring of love and kindness that flows outward must be first cultivated inward. Before we can give out, it's that thing that you hear on the airplanes. If the masks come down, put yours on first. Because you can't help somebody else if you are depleted. And so put your mask on first. Cultivate kindness and compassion for yourself first, so that you have a wellspring of love that you can give outward to the rest of the world, to where you can be that light that helps a troubled world to see. Our founder, Ernest, puts it this way. To learn to think kindly of ourselves is to learn to think kindly of the Spirit, for we are its expressions. Now, can you imagine if you are judging yourself that harshly about something that you've done in the past, something that you wish you'd have done in the past that you didn't do, something that you have to do that you don't want to do, all of these things that goes on in our minds. If we're judging ourselves harshly about that, we're judging spirit. And you think about it. Now think about the songs that we've sung already this morning about how we are the breath and that God is breathing itself through us. That every step I take, I walk with spirit. What does that mean? That means that spirit is inside of me. That the place on which I stand is holy ground, for God is there. I and my Father are one. All that God is, I have within me. Now, if we can remember that, can we be as harsh a judge of ourselves? If we're thinking we have done something so horrible and so wrong, we're actually saying that's a spirit. We have this paradox that goes on inside of us. It's like we can think high and holy thoughts about the divine. And notice where I put my hand? High and holy thoughts about the divine. Because we've grown up in a world that thinks that spirit is outside of us. We've grown up in a world that has God sitting on a throne in heaven and, gray beard, white robes, passing judgment. We call that the Super Santa Claus God. Making a list and checking it twice. But if we truly believe that spirit is an integral part of who we are, that every breath I breathe in God, and every breath that breathes from me is God coming forth into action. It changes the whole relationship we have with ourselves when we begin to understand this. And it gives us a place where we can be self-compassion. Practicing self-compassion for ourselves is one of our biggest challenges and one of our biggest gifts. I recently wrote a class called Radical Mindfulness for Self-Compassion. And it is all about learning these techniques and tips and things that we can do to develop that idea of self-compassion for ourselves. When we incorporate mindfulness with our spiritual philosophy, we really begin to understand our relationship with this universe and with spirit and with everything that's around us. When we live right now in a culture that glorifies productivity, busyness, perfectionism. It glorifies us being perfect. I love Brené Brown's work on perfectionism. She said, and she makes a lot of people mad when she says this, but perfectionism is a response to shame. When we feel like we have to be perfect in everything that we do, it's because we have some underlying shame that we're trying to cover up. Self-compassion is the antidote to shame. Self-compassion is the way that we can stop feeling that in our lives. But we've been taught to be harder on ourselves, to strive more, to achieve more, to measure our accomplishments by all the things that we measure our worth by our accomplishments, all the things that we can do. Always seeking something outside of ourselves. Always seeking some kind of demonstration of our worthiness that is external. Because we feel inside this internal sense of unworthiness. The first time I ever really got the name of God as the way it's taught in the Bible by Moses. I am that I am. I'm like, wait a second. I am? The Spirit is within me? That I am the living embodiment of the Almighty? Well, I felt like I was very egotistical. I mean, that's pretty hard to claim, you know? But then when I really sat with that and really began to work with that and take that into and we're talking about years of spiritual practice, to begin to understand that yes, Spirit is right here where I am. And no matter where I am, I take it with me. The place on which I stand is holy ground, for God is there. Compassion invites us into a different rhythm of our life. It invites us into gentleness, forgiveness, tenderness towards ourselves. And again, as I mentioned before, it has to be cultivated within before it can be delivered outward. My favorite author on self-compassion is a researcher out of the University of Austin. She's a colleague of Brene Brown's, actually. Her name is Kristen Neff. This is her definition of self-compassion. Treating yourself with the same kindness and care you would offer a dear friend. If we can begin to understand that we are the dearest friend we have, that we are the one we can count on more than anyone else, we can begin to develop that compassion right there. And again, it's not about self-indulgence. It's not about being wishy-washy or that snowflake. It means recognizing our humanity, recognizing all of the errors that we've made and allowing those mistakes to be okay. If I could have done better, I would have done better. Understanding that at every moment in my life, I have this choice. And based on everything that's going on around me, I make a decision. If I could have made a better decision, I would have made a better decision in that moment. But with everything I was faced with everything I knew, that was the one I made. It's meeting our struggles with kindness instead of judgment. You think about now mindfulness again. Mindfulness has those three components. It's the being in the present moment, it's the awareness of what's going on in our thoughts, and it's non-judgmental. Because in that moment, you've had a thought, and that thought is what it is. That thought could be about something that has happened in the past that has brought some shame for you, or some anger, or some fear, or some resentment. And so we start to judge that thing, that thought that we've had right in that moment. And that gives that thought power. The thought is just a thought, as long as we don't judge it. But once we attach meaning to it, it gives us a place to operate in our experience. It gives us a place for more shame to be built up or more anger to come through. But if we don't judge it, it just is what it is. And allow it to be and to let it float on by. Just like we do in meditation. You have a thought, you let it float on by. Just become aware, keep yourself in the present moment, aware of what's going on, and not judging it. Imagine this, though. If you could live a life where your inner voice is not the harshest critic you hear, but your most loving supporter. It takes a moment to get to where it's not the harshest critic and where you're just kind of neutral with it. But then to cultivate that relationship with your inner voice, with those thoughts that are going on in your consciousness, to where they become a loving support for you. Imagine that. You know, we often think of loving ourselves and so forth based on this quote from the Bible. The master teacher Jesus saying, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Most of our attention gets focused on love your neighbor. Be kind to your neighbor. Treat your neighbor nicely. We don't put a lot of attention on the as yourself because we wouldn't often treat our neighbor the way that we're treating ourselves. When we can root ourselves in our own self-compassion, when we can actually begin to live from that place where we are a little more kind to ourselves, then our capacity to care for the rest of the world deepens. This can even be turned around to where if I am seeing something I don't like external to me, if I'm seeing it in somebody else, if I'm seeing it on something I watched on TV, if I'm seeing it on something I read on YouTube or read on Facebook, if I watched it on YouTube, if it's been in my social media somewhere, if something has triggered me and I'm having some reaction to it, this is the part that always gets me. Where is that inside of me? Where is that inside of me? Ernest Holmes says, life will reflect back to you what you think. I remember telling a practitioner once, I was complaining about somebody, and I said, look, this is absolutely no way this is a reflection of me. She laughed. Because it's true. We see it outside of ourselves because it's harder to see it inside of ourselves. It's harder to find that place of compassion in ourselves because we don't want to think badly of ourselves. We do, but we don't really want to be thinking that logically. It's like this again, a paradox. It's like, well, I'm putting out what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking that badly about myself. Okay. So, self-compassion is about softening towards ourselves. Compassion itself can show up in lots of different ways. It can be sitting with a friend who's grieving or a friend who's going through some trouble. It can be listening deeply to what they're saying instead of rushing in to fix it, which is what we have a tendency to do because, we're problem solvers and nurturers and things like that. So we rush in to fix when we hear stuff. It's offering forgiveness to someone that feels like they've wronged you instead of staying angry, which, trust me, is much easier to stay angry than to offer forgiveness. But it's so hard on us and for the relationship. When we go back to our Science of Mind principles, this is one of our founding principles here. Love points the way, and law makes the way possible. Love points the way, and the law makes the way possible. When we lead with love and compassion, we align ourselves with spirit. We align ourselves with what Ernest called the divine law. We align ourselves with spiritual truth when love and compassion are the guiding and directing forces of our lives. And when we do that, because of the law, the love is multiplied and returns to us in kind. When we begin to let love be our guiding and directing force through our acts of compassion, forgiveness, generosity, service, volunteerism, all of the things that we do, letting that love come out from us, it always returns to us. So compassion is not a weakness, it's a strength. As I said, it takes a lot of courage to be compassionate. It asks us to see humanity right there in the midst of the trouble that you're seeing in front of you. It asks us to look for our common humanity. It asks us to find the divinity in others, even when they are difficult, even when they are doing things we really don't like, or things that are so against our belief system. Look for where the common humanity is. Common humanity shows up in lots of different ways. For me, what I try to do is find that one little thing that I have in common with this person. Oftentimes it's, I'm struggling too. I have a friend who did this for a while, and she had a difficult coworker, and she couldn't find anything in common There was nothing. And then one day she realized that this person was a mother too. She was a mother, and this person was a mother. And that little tiny thread of common humanity let her soften towards this other person. And she didn't have to do much else than let herself soften. And the situation began to shift. Because there was an opening for love to work. When we recognize our common humanity, we open up a space for the universe to flush in and fill it with that love, with divine law, with allowing perfection and harmony to move through. But if we're constantly struggling and battling with it, there isn't a space for God to work. It needs us to move into expression. And so if we can soften ourselves just a little bit, we allow it a place to operate. So I've mentioned this before, that compassion is a paradox. Compassion is both strong and soft. It's both tender and bold. It's both gentle and courageous. Sometimes compassion means offering comfort. And that's what we most often think about compassion. Sometimes compassion is setting boundaries. Not only just self-compassion, but it's compassionate to let people know where you stand. It's compassionate to let them know that they're about to cross a boundary instead of them all of a sudden crossing it and then being surprised. It's compassionate to have our own boundaries, to be firm about things. Codependence is not compassion. And we often get those two things confused, like we have to do and do and do for somebody else. Sometimes the most compassionate thing we can do is to say no. Compassionate living is not about being a doormat to somebody else. It's about being so anchored and so centered in love that you can say both yes and no with clarity, with kindness, with love. It's not about letting ourselves be abused or used or taken advantage of in any way. But it's about giving people the best of ourselves in every moment that we can. We have this beautiful labyrinth in the floor here. And as I was writing this, I thought about how self-compassion and even compassion are so interlinked with what we do when we walk the labyrinth. When we walk inward into a labyrinth, into the center, we do this in contemplation. And as we do this, we are oftentimes releasing, or asking questions, revealing what it is that we need to know in that moment. We're receiving healing for ourselves as we walk into the center of the labyrinth. And we pause in the center, and we allow that to integrate. And then we walk out, taking what has been revealed out into the world. So our labyrinth walk is a walk of self-compassion to the center and a walk of compassion to the world as we move outward from it. It's this rhythm of receiving and giving, of inhaling love, of exhaling kindness, of allowing ourselves to be nurtured by ourselves before we begin to extend that outwards. So let's take a quick little self-compassion break here. If you want to play along with me. This is from my Radical Mindfulness for Self-Compassion class here. And so the first step in this is go ahead and place your hand over your heart or some other healing kind of, soothing kind of gesture that you want to do. Maybe hold your face or just put your hands on your lap. And close your eyes if you'd like. And so the first step is mindfulness. And so we acknowledge the struggle by just simply saying to ourselves, this is a moment of struggle. Or this is really hard right now. The wording that you use doesn't really matter. What matters is that you notice what you're feeling inside and you name what it is. The second step is remembering our common humanity. Remembering that we're not alone. Spirit is right inside of us. And in this moment we can say to ourselves, suffering is a part of life. Not a judgment there. There's no emotion attached to it. It simply is. I'm not alone in this. Others feel this way too. This helps us connect to our shared humanity, our common humanity. It helps us to recognize that we're not alone. And it helps us to understand that this is part of what makes us human. The third step is to offer yourself care. And so we say something like, may I be kind to myself right now. May I give myself the compassion I need. May I learn to accept myself as I am. You use whatever words feel natural to you. But say it as if you were saying it to a dear, dear friend who is going through a struggle. It can be as easy as, I see you. You're not alone. Sometimes helps to create a little mantra for yourself with any of these phrases or one of your own device. Something that you can pull at when you're starting to feel something disturbing within you. I happen to like the loving kindness meditation. I use it when I feel disturbed inside. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. It's a way of softening towards myself, softening to what I'm feeling, and allowing it to just simply soften within me. I want to leave you with just a little bit of Rumi here. I love the wonderful poet Rumi. He says, try to accept the changing seasons of your heart, even if they cause you pain. For the new leaves will grow, and the old will fall away. Be kind to yourself in the process. Compassionate living isn't a one-time choice. It's a daily practice. It's remembering that we are that vessel of the divine. We always are that vessel of the divine. It never leaves us. Sometimes we forget about it. It's caring tenderly for ourselves as we learn to care tenderly and deeply for others around us. Gentle with ourselves, generous to others, and grounded in spirit is the path of compassionate living. This is spirit in action, right here and right now. So let's take this into prayer. I invite our licensed practitioners to stand and surround us. By the way, their books are in, so we'll talk about that at the end of the service here, but their books are here. Yay! All right. If you're comfortable, just go ahead and close your eyes, soften your eyes, let your shoulders drop, relax into this moment. And so right here and right now, I feel deep within me that wellspring of love. And I know that it is the guiding and directing force of my life. I know that this love is that one power and presence that has created everything, brought everything into existence, and instilled within it its own essence, its own being. I know that all the qualities of the divine reside right at the heart of its creation. And I know that all is perfect, just the way that it is. And so knowing this truth, I know that I am one with that divine, with that creative love intelligence, with that power and presence. I know right at the heart of my being is unconditional love, is perfection, is harmony and vitality. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for each one of us. For we are all the perfection of the divine made manifest in this time and this place. We are the living embodiment of a love so powerful it could do nothing but create more and more and more of itself. We are God personified right here and right now. And so knowing this, I speak my word of truth. I know that that power and that presence is alive inside of us. That it is constantly available to us as we release our self-judgment, our doubt, our shame, and our anger. As we release this, we feel more and more alive with spirit. It is a more tangible presence. It is a more guiding force. And I know that this connection with the divine is a benefit to our entire world. That each step we take blesses the earth and all those around us. That every breath we breathe allows God to express more fully through us. I know that this is the path of peace, the path of love and generosity to our fellow inhabitants of this earth. I know that Spirit is waiting for that opening. And I know that each one of us is readily available to be the place where God shows up. And I'm so grateful to know this. I'm so grateful to feel it. I am so grateful to know it is happening right here and right now. And so I release this word into the law, into that creative mind that always says yes. Love points the way, and the law makes it happen. I let it go, and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Thanks, practitioners. So now we have an opportunity to support our community financially. We are a 501c3 religious nonprofit, and most of our funding comes from your generous donations, and so we are blessed to receive. Let's say, where's the bowls? Oh, there they are. I see them now. We have wonderful new bowls brought to us by Merlon Hart, so thank you. All right. So if you would, just put your hands over your heart.